We just saw a mostly studio-bound version of Macao, but the real place, a special administrative region of China across the Pearl River from Hong Kong, was genuinely notorious as a gambling mecca and den of iniquity, as Dick Duvall, the film's second unit director, found out firsthand. Howard Hughes had okayed a budget for Duvall to travel to Macau with a small crew to shoot B-roll footage, intended to give the movie some authentic flavor. Well, Duvall got his fill of authentic flavor, because no matter which way he pointed the camera, somebody was right there with a palm waiting to be greased. The propaganda minister, Hong Kong immigration officials, the Macau chief of police, customs officials, traffic cops, patrol boats, sampan owners, all of them had to be paid off in cash for Duvall to get any footage. He burned through the official bribery budget in no time. There was, however, no way to account for all this baksheesh on RKO expense accounts. When Duvall tried to get reimbursed, the studio refused to pay. So Duvall held the footage hostage until Howard Hughes paid him for all his off-the-ledger expenses. Well, making Macau was a frustrating experience for many members of the cast and crew. But for Gloria Graham, it was an especially bitter pill to swallow. After being loaned by RKO to Columbia Pictures to co-star with Humphrey Bogart in the 1950 film In a Lonely Place, Graham was on the verge of becoming a major star. She so impressed the executives at Columbia, they wanted her for the female lead in Born Yesterday, a Broadway hit they were turning into a film with William Holden and Broderick Crawford, who just won a Best Actor Oscar for All the King's Men. But as soon as Howard Hughes got wind of Columbia's interest in his actress, he nixed the deal, figuring that if Graham had something special, she should be showing it off in an RKO picture. So he scratched Joyce McKenzie, the actress originally cast as Margie, and put Graham in the role instead. He had refused to screen In a Lonely Place, despite Graham's pleading, so he had no idea what a come-down this role was for her. And by the time Hughes was done tinkering with Macau, Judy Holliday had long since won the Best Actress Oscar for Born Yesterday. In 1951, a disappointment for Graham, but a short-lived one. Macau would be her last picture at RKO, and she used her freedom to good effect, making a string of memorable noir films, including Sudden Fear, The Big Heat, and Human Desire, and winning the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress in 1952's The Bad and the Beautiful. Jane Russell may have never won an Oscar, but she earned something even better, a lifelong friendship with her co-star, Robert Mitchum. Immediately after meeting her, Mitchum called her Hard John, a childhood nickname he'd had for a tomboy classmate. They shared a skepticism about fame and celebrity, and recognized each other as straight shooters in a business fueled by BS. When they both ended up living in Santa Barbara, they and their spouses shared backyard barbecues for years, and Jane was one of the first people to console Mitchum's wife Dorothy when the actor died in 1997. Years ago, Jane participated with me in an audio commentary for this film, and she revealed that after Joseph von Sternberg was taken off the picture, Mitchum wrote much of his own dialogue, and the two of them improvised, with the blessing of pinch-hitting director Nick Ray, most of the banter that makes their relationship in this film so entertaining. Ray liked both actors and ended up working with them again, Russell in the Technicolor melodrama Hot Blood, and Mitchum in the great rodeo saga The Lusty Men. And Stanley Rubin, aced out of working with Mitchum on this film, would soon produce River of No Return at Fox, starring Mitchum and Marilyn Monroe. Next week, we'll be back at RKO, pre-Howard Hughes, for a film by one of the certifiable geniuses of Hollywood production, Val Lewton. I'll be screening his 1943 thriller, The Seventh Victim, about a cult of devil worshippers in Greenwich Village. In anticipation of that, you can go to the Noir Alley Facebook page or Twitter feed and argue whether Lewton made noir or horror or a hybrid of both. Either way, The Seventh Victim is a brilliant film you don't want to miss. Now I'm going to go in and watch a movie, since I have this fantastic theater all to myself. See you next week.